Hey guys, what's going on? So, I just left the mall and I forgot I'm going to the movies today. And I brought my mask with me, and they're playing a re-edit of The Godfather 3. It's called The Godfather Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. Kind of sounds like a B movie, The Thing from Another World. So, it's already out on Blu-ray, and I could rent it on digital, but I wanted to get out of the house just so I could go inside a theater and see a movie for nearly 3 hours. But that's what I'm here for. So, I'm going to go check out the movie and see if I could give you a review. I don't really know, I love the Godfather films, but I don't know how to explain it. So, let me see the movie, and then maybe I could give you some of my thoughts. Alright guys, later. So weird filming myself. Ain't nobody here. I'm just waiting for my food. Alright guys, I'm finally out of the movie. It's nearly nighttime. So, let's get into it. I liked it, first of all. It felt good to see kind of like a real movie on the big screen. Like you don't see these types of movies anymore. It just, movies have changed so much. Hold on, now there's someone coming up right behind me. So, here is what I was able to get out of it. Okay, so Andy Garcia and Sofia Coppola. Sofia Coppola is Mary, so she's Fredo's child. And Andy Garcia is Sonny's child. And then Mary and Vincent fall in love, and they're first cousins. That's the main purpose of it. And then I like the beginning of it with Joey Zaza. That I was able to understand, and that is what feels like prime Godfather. Oh, she's taking a picture too of herself. We're all doing the same thing. So the Joey Zaza part reminded me of like pure Godfather Part 1. That was the part I was able to catch on with the most. So that's how the film starts, is that Vincent and Joey Zaza have bad blood, and Michael Corleone's like, well, I told you to come work with me. So they have a beef, and then Vincent ends up putting a hit out on Joey Zaza. And then, but Michael Corleone was like in the hospital for a diabetic coma, I think. And but Connie was the one who put out who ordered Vincent to go do it. And that's what I took out of it too, is that Connie is a real gangster. So they say that in the movie, that Connie is the one to be feared. And then okay, so then when Michael goes to a priest, who I was confused if the priest he goes to does he become the Pope? I was kind of confused on that part because they all kind of look alike. Everyone kind of looked alike. Wait, what was I saying? Okay, so then after Michael goes to the priest, he starts feeling really bad. And Michael tells Connie, I went to a priest to tell him my sins. She's like, Michael, it's okay. It was an accident, I'm here for you. And that was just like pure gangster shit. And it reminded me of like Italians, and like I'm Cuban. So it totally reminded me of like how that family is, how the family values are. Like no matter what the truth is, you never say the truth because it's so bad. You always say the lie. We all know the truth, but we never talk about it. So I like that part. And then once it got into, the whole thing is about the Vatican and the Immobiliare, and so that part is what I talk about, how some of these films get confusing because you really have to pay attention, or you have to read the books to know what's really going on, who's who. So, but basically what you need to know is it's about betrayal, it's a gangster movie, and Sofia Coppola isn't as bad as The Reputation is. You know, I have seen this film once or twice before, and I like Sofia Coppola as a director. And yeah, I'm sure The Reputation is just because she's Francis Ford Coppola's daughter. I would say in the beginning what I noticed, I was like, it sounded like she says the last name wrong. It sounded like she says Corleone when they're introducing the Vito Corleone not fundraiser, not scholarship, whatever it is, charity. So all in all, I liked it. Some guy ended up snoring in the movie, and I think he like walked out of the movie. Oh, who's this guy parking next to me? And I think he ended up walking out of the movie, and then, but there was like half an hour of the movie left. It sounded like he was snoring, and I was like, oh no, someone's gonna have to go wake him up. But all in all, it was a good experience. I'm glad I did it, and it was like in the same theater that they played The Exorcist, so it was a good big screen projection, long movie. And one guy walked out. It was probably the same guy who was snoring. And I think that's about it. I'm trying to think of what else. Alright, so these guys aren't staring at me. But they were pretty much like right. I just really had nothing else to say. That was pretty much the end of my review. Oh my god, that one part where the guy got stabbed with his own glasses. Oh, Jesus. I can't believe I didn't remember that. If that's in the regular version, man, that got me good. And but nothing compares. I love the first Godfather film, and nothing compares to that scene. You know, that's what I guess they were trying to do here, like that christening scene, that baptism scene where all the people are dying. So that was kind of like a reference to that part where, you know, because he's trying to assassinate Michael, but then it doesn't go through, and then Connie is like poisoning someone, but then she took a bite of the cannoli herself, just like a little lick. Yeah, so it's a good movie, you know, and I honestly have a thing, like, I like the first Godfather film the best. The Godfather 2, it just goes back and forth too much, so I don't like that. I like this one because it's a whole story, and if anything, they're going to different locations, Sicily and things like that. It's, you know, not 30 years later, and then you jump back into the present, and then you go back, and then you go. Now I gotta go back home and watch the first two films. I wanted to watch the third one before watching the new one, but well, now I could go back home and watch and see the differences, because I really don't know this film by heart. But there is an introduction, which they actually played twice. I had to tell them, first of all, when I got to the theater, they had the floodlights on, and I had to tell them to turn them down, so they did. And then I was afraid, wait a minute, but what if they don't turn the real lights down? So the introduction came, and then they didn't turn the lights down, and then the introduction came again, and they turned the lights down. So that was fine. And then, what else was I gonna say? Anything else I've noticed? Oh, Bridget Fonda is in it for a little bit, and now the people are coming. Well, it's nighttime. It's Friday night. Alright guys, I think that's about it. You know, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Let me know if you like this little car movie review I did. Something new for me, you know, just to like get out of my little room and do something different. It's a nice night. So that's about it. Thanks for coming out with me, guys, and I'll talk to you later.